What's up everybody? Today we're in Keystone, Colorado. I'm going to show you the easiest way to get on the mountain, the best slopes to hit for your skill level, and all the COVID restrictions you might want to know about.
Today I'm exhausted. Oh my lord. Oh. Oh. Wait. That didn't work. One more try.
Oh. Ooh, that's much better. There we go. So Keystone was today our first ever Mountain Kids ski review. We reviewed the ski hill for Keystone Ski Resort. You can see on the wall there's a new piece of art. I'm really liking the whole summit sign cardboard art wall idea. If you don't know what that is, go to the first episode, the welcome to the channel. It explains what I'm doing with that wall there. It's just a fun thing to do. Gets you a little creative, juices flowing. Now let's get into the first ever Mountain Kids ski review. Today we're going to focus on three main things. The first one is going to be why I think Keystone is the best ski in, ski out. So what that means is you drive from Denver in the morning and then you drive back to Denver in the afternoon after you're done skiing. And I think it's the easiest one to do that, and I will explain why. And then the second point, I will take you all around the beginner, intermediate runs and chairlifts and show you where they run, what types of amenities and food places there are, and seating areas. And then the third part will be COVID concerns this year, how the ski hills look different due to COVID. That's probably important to many of you, so if you already know Keystone and you don't need to know anything else about that, you can just skip forward to the COVID parts and I will give you a full picture of what the actual COVID conditions look like on the hills. But before we keep going with the video, let's start off with some good karma. Today on the hill I found an Apple Watch, and I personally have lost a GoPro was stolen, some Ray-Bans were stolen, I've lost a couple other things, gloves and items. And people just don't turn them in, or some people steal them. And I saw the Apple Watch on the ground, I passed it, and a lot of people were passing it saying, "Oh, it's an Apple Watch, we should have picked it up." Like, they wanted to take it, that kind of thing. So I quickly unbuckled my skis, I walked back up the hill, made sure I picked it up and took it to the staff member.
Hey guys, I found this on the run right up there. Oh. If you could turn that in. Yeah, it was right on this one.
If somebody asked for it, I'll tell them the guest turned it in.
Sweet.
Now, why do you have to record yourself showing the good deed and such? Well, I want to entice other people to turn in lost objects and maybe inspire other people to do the right thing, because I've lost things personally. And also, this is kind of a business, so it's good marketing, right? So why not take the little shot? Boop. Now, part of the reason I think Keystone is the easiest ski in, ski out resort is because you literally get on I-70. If you've lived in Denver or you currently live in Denver, you know I-70 very well. You just take it probably 63 miles on I-70. You get off at Silverthorne, exit 205, and then you just take a left for 7 miles, and then you're there to Keystone. It's probably the easiest resort to get to. And then once you park, there is a nice free parking lot called, what's it called? River Run? Yeah. There's a nice free parking lot called River Run, and you just park there. Get there as early as you can, generally around 8:30, 9's okay, and you can park in the middle where you can just go straight through to the chairlift. If you get there around a little later, you'll have to park on the sides and then walk a little further. Not a big deal. It's still free parking, which is nice. The River Run lot tends to fill up by 10 o'clock a.m. So if you're not there by 10, you'll probably have to go to one of the paid lots on either side of that lot. Great. Now that you are parked in the River Run lot, walk through the village at the base of the mountain. You will see a pavilion wooden structure that says River Run on it. You're going to want to go through there. You'll pass by a bunch of shops. There's a lot of good places in there, a lot of good spots to eat, but we'll do that in another video when there's a lot less COVID restrictions. It'll just be a much better, pleasant video for me, just so I can try things and actually go inside places. That will be a different video when all the towns are fully open again. Once you make your way past all the shops, you will end up at the Gondola or the Summit Express chairlift. If you are a beginner going to the learning areas, then the Gondola is probably the best bet to put your skis on at the top. If you are chairlift ready, then the Summit Express is probably a little faster. Once the Eagle has landed at the top of the mountain, you are going to want to pick your first run. I'll start with the best option if you are going for your first day learning how to ski or snowboard.
I wonder how Sally's doing. Oh, here he goes.
Once you are off the gondola, you will walk down to your right with your gear to the learning area with a trusty magic carpet. Here you can see me pretending to pizza down the hill and snowplow so I fit in.
Oh, giving it our best pizza, guys.
After the longest magic carpet ride of my life, I have graduated the learning area. Now that you mastered the magic carpet, you are ready for your first chairlift experience. And that is directly to the right of the beginner area to now the learning area with your first chairlift, called the Ranger chairlift. Now this area is great. Again, don't be afraid to learn to ski or snowboard. All these people are in the same boat as you, falling and looking like fish out of water, as you can see here. We are all rooting for you, and you're all rooting for each other. The chairlift operators are also super helpful and encouraging when you're getting on and off the chairlift.
What's up, homie? Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good,
Cool.
thank you. Thanks.
Take it easy.
Hey guys, welcome. Jeff out in the field here. We are on the learning area chairlift again. Don't be scared to learn. Everyone out here doing their best, falling left and right. You're all in the same boat, so don't be afraid to come out here, give it a try. This chairlift's really slow, easy to get on, easy to get off, and they're all helping to coach you along the way at the bottom and at the top. So don't be too nervous and just get out here and do it. And for the skiers that have a decent amount of experience, you probably just came up the Summit Express chairlift, and maybe you want to get a little warm-up in before you hit the blues. A really good option and popular for Keystone is Schoolmarm, and that is the longest run they have. It's 3.5 mile green run, and it's a great one to get warmed up for the day of skiing. And also for the beginners, if you just graduated from the beginner area, you might head down Schoolmarm as well. Once you've reached the bottom of Schoolmarm, you will come across the base camp where they have the famous Mountain House. And inside Mountain House there's a bunch of options. Right now, Go Big Burger is outside, and kids do eat free during a certain time of the week. Inside you can find the Mountain House food court, which you do need reservations at the moment, so make sure you plan ahead for that if you wanted to eat inside. There's a coffee corner to get some coffee, and the last lift bar, which has a lot of drinks that you can take outside and enjoy. As far as having space and room to eat outside, Mountain House probably has the most deck space and outdoor eating tables for your comfort. Then, once you are done resting, you will head up the Peru Express. There is another chairlift called the Argentina, but that one's usually never really open. Once you make it back up to the original summit, you will be able to hit one of the favorites. It's a blue called Mozart. It was very icy today, and people were running into each other left and right and yelling at each other for cutting each other off. It was kind of funny. There you can see the back black diamonds. We didn't get over there today, didn't have enough time, but we will cover that in another video. Now, once you get to the base camp at the back of the mountain, there will be two chairlift options to go back up, the Santiago and the Ruby Express. Make sure, if you're not a great skier and don't want blacks, that you go up the Ruby Express, because nothing like a day ruiner going down a mountain you shouldn't be going down. Then at this base camp, you have Labonte Smokehouse Barbecue, and they have a limited menu at the moment, as you can see, and then they also have a warming area available inside, but mostly outdoor seating if you want to eat and drink. A lot of the drinking fountains are also closed due to COVID, so they do have a water station with cups here, so make sure you bring a bottle of water if you're worried about dehydration. It's easy to happen on the mountain. And you can relax in some lounge chairs they have around, and also the restrooms outside are still open. Then once you are done relaxing, head back on up the Ruby Express, and once you get to the top, you'll see one of my favorite deck areas on the mountain, and it has a beautiful view of Breckenridge. You can see that just over in the distance. And then just across from the deck is Summit House, another place you can get food and relax. A lot less deck space here. And to end the day, we're going to take a quick trip on over to Area 51. Now, this is probably one of the most famous terrain parks there is. They have about 6 different areas, I believe, and what's cool about this terrain park is they have different sections, and it starts off with the easy street section, the beginner section, and then it slowly goes up from level 1 to level 2 to level 3 to level 4, kind of as your experience gets better, so you're not just jumping into the expert level runs. They actually have them separated, and you can slowly graduate throughout each terrain section, so that's pretty cool. I stopped by, recorded some cool snowboarders and skiers. We got some good footage there. In the future, I'm really looking to find some good snowboarders and skiers if they want to make a cool video edit or something like that. If you know anyone, or if you personally are a good boarder or skier, and I would love to link up with some good snowboarders and skiers in the near future. I'll give you some cool Mountain Kids gear, and I'll give you a really cool video edit as well. And we can just hit the terrain parks and make some cool vids. Now let's go over all the main COVID restrictions. The number one overall, obviously, wear a mask the whole time. They're gonna have people looking for you as you're walking through the village. They're gonna have people walking through the lines, making sure you have your mask on, which, I mean, it's cold. You're wearing a face shield anyways. Usually it's not a big deal. I like having it on anyways when skiing, so it's pretty easy to do that. That's one of the main things. They have signs everywhere that says, wear a mask. They have the signs that say keep your ski distance apart. They have a lot of signs and reminders throughout the lines that you're going to be in. As far as the chairlifts go, you can still go up with your group if you have a group. If not, if you're single, generally 2 singles will go together and they'll sit on the opposite sides of the chairlift. That's what they're recommending. Some people only go up by themselves because they're really worried about it, and they'll have the seats actually marked with markers to make sure you're keeping your distance. And so you'll go up, usually won't talk to anybody. People haven't been talkative during COVID. I seem to find that only people from the Midwest actually talk right now because everyone, I don't know, COVID, or some people just only want to go up by themselves. I'm not too sure. Obviously you can be safe, but I enjoy talking to people on the lifts. The big differences are in the amenities, the places you go to eat, and the lodging, the base camps. You can't actually eat or drink inside. They do have warming areas where you can sit there for a maximum of 15 minutes. That's a big difference. So you can only eat outside on the deck areas or where they have tables set up. That's why the best option is probably Mountain House, because it has the most deck space and outdoor patio space. They all have pretty limited menus right now. Mountain House, you have to make reservations to go into the cafeteria. A lot of the water fountains are closed. There's a few bottle stations that are still open to fill up bottles, but they do have cup stations. There's cups of water sitting there for you. So make sure you're prepared with a water bottle, and just to make sure you're drinking enough water on the hill. And then that's pretty much it. Once you're on the hill, it's just normal skiing. No big deal. Even on the chairlifts, it's no big deal. Everyone's wearing masks. You're outside. So just go out and enjoy yourself. That's all you can do right now. It's really nice being out in nature. it's something that kind of feels normal just to be out skiing, and you can still converse with people when you're on the chairlifts if you want. If you do go up with someone, it's up to you. You don't have to. And that's the beauty of it. And just get out there, enjoy it. Hopefully my first ski review made sense. This is the first one I did. They're only going to get better from here. I would love feedback in the comments. If there's anything you want to see, any specific parts of ski hills or parts of the skiing or snowboarding that you would like to see, please let me know. Any future reviews you want to see, please let me know. And just any tips or anything like that would be much appreciated. If you want a beanie or a hat or a shirt or some, look at these nice, you see the shorts? Very nice. If you want any Mountain Kids stuff, we do have the website up, mtnkds.com. Would appreciate the support. Until then, remember to think like a kid, have fun like a kid, wonder like a kid, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.